to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. All right, folks, if you've been following my Crumbl reviews and you're confused about what I'm saying there, I did change my name. I did make a whole video on it. If you check out my channel, that'll kind of describe everything the way it needs to be described. This is a very cool week, very fun week. We got fruity. I think a little bit too much chocolate. I think we could have done one more cookie that didn't have chocolate. But I still vibe with it. And again, I'm with a lot of people in saying that the pink donut really should be a strawberry flavored icing. That would be a really cool twist on it, if you will. They did change the s'mores a bit. It looks like it's got more of more flavor in every way, from the marshmallow, from real marshmallow being included, and you've got graham cracker crumbles, double chocolate, you got chocolate drizzle and chocolate chips, and so that's interesting. But yeah, you've got two new cookies this week, lemon crumble or lemon crumb, something like that. It's supposed to be like a cake texture lemon cookie, so very interesting. I would like to see poppy seed soon again, lemon poppy seed, very interesting cookie. But I think with this, either that's probably gone or we might not see it for a long time. One of those theories is probably true. Walnut Fudge Brownie, that's the other new flavor, and it's just fudge brownie cookie with a chocolate fudge icing, and then you've got walnut pieces, and you're not going to get a lot, more than likely, but that's how it is. My favorite, one of my favorites, this is probably my second favorite cookie of all time from Crumbl, is cookie dough, and a lot of people agree it's a really good, unique cookie with very good brown sugar cookie dough flavor. It just hits, it slaps, it's just different, and it's a nice chilled cookie. So in my opinion, it is top 5. I have it at number 2, but I don't know. What do y'all think on that? Anyways, I think I wasted a lot of time talking, and I think I should just jump into the review, right? All right. And again, Crumbl, I love the hat. Always appreciate it. So where are we starting? I'm going to start with my favorite, cookie dough. Then I'm going to roll over to the new flavors, and then we'll end off with s'mores and donut, pink donut. But yeah, that is very tough. But I don't know. I love cookie dough, and that's just how I'm going to do it. Ooh. Okay, I can't stop myself. I gotta eat the big piece that's got 4 pieces of cookie dough. Oh, I didn't even show it off. Shoot. All right, we got this. Look, it's still together. Oh, I just dropped a piece of cookie dough off the piece I was gonna eat. So yeah, if you'll go ahead and subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this though. Essentially, it's like taking cookie dough, adding, a little bit more texture to it as a cookie. So instead of taking a big old gob of cookie dough, you're taking it and putting it into a cookie. And it is so good. It's got everything you want. It's like you're dipping your hand into the cookie dough container, or taking a whole piece of cookie dough out of the pre-packed stuff. You can't get any better than that. So where would I put it? Of course it's a 10 out of 10. Where else would I put that? All right, so lemon crumb. Powdered sugar, lemon, all the good stuff. So let's try it. Remember, Girl Scouts, they did not have a powdered sugar lemon cookie this year. Sad but true. So that's something to keep in mind. But oh boy, yeah, that looks like a good old cake texture right there. I can't wait to try this. So here we go. It's got the lemon zest, It's almost like, you know, those cake donuts. It reminds me of that texture and that flavor. It's definitely a different, unique cookie, and I like it. I do wish the lemon flavor was a bit bolder. That first bite, I got a good amount of zest, but as I eat more, it does kind of, it is a little weak, but that's the kind of issues you have with a cake texture. That stuff is dense, it's thick, and it's kind of sugary, so it's hard to overcome. So, understandable enough. But I just love the fluffy texture on the inside and the crispy texture on the outside. So, even though the flavor was a little weak, I'm gonna say 7.5. We'll go with that. All right, so Walnut Fudge Brownie. Not a lot of walnuts on here. And I don't remember if I don't think they put walnuts on the inside. They really should. That would really just perfect it. But here we are trying it regardless. So let's see how good Walnut Fudge Brownie is. All right. Oh, it looks fudgy. It's a very chocolatey cookie. Like, I love this. If you don't love chocolate, you might not. And of course, it's got that brownie flavor. It's got that egg flour combination in there. You know, that deeper egg and chocolate flour flavor. I do prefer it over the lemon crinkle. I'm not gonna lie there, but I just wish this thing was loaded with walnuts. I wish the walnuts could make this big difference, be this big difference maker. But unfortunately, it fell a little bit short of that. But the flavor is really rich, really dense. And I'm going to say that I enjoyed it so much that I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I really love the chocolate flavors. You can definitely distinct where it's different from your ordinary chocolate cookie with the brownie taste. And it's just a very enjoyable cookie. Maybe a sugar bomb for most, but that's what we're here for. Crumbl is sugar. All right, so moving on to s'mores. I've enjoyed this cookie. A lot of people, even my grandma who hates chocolate, even my grandma has really enjoyed that one, just because you got graham cracker and marshmallow in there, not just s'mores. So I'm excited to tell you how I feel about it again. But again, they've changed it up a little bit, which is cool. I'm fine with that. I hope you're fine with it. But here we are trying it. So real marshmallow is a game changer, for sure. For sure. It's just so much better than I remember. That is s'mores captured in a cookie. That is perfection. And probably one of the best ones I've had. Do I like it better than cookie dough? Debatable. It's really coming close there. It really is. There's not anything you could do to make that better. There's not anything you could do to make that more like a s'mores. That is a s'mores cookie. That's a 10 out of 10. So finally, we're just going to end off on a low note here because a lot of people probably won't be getting this cookie. You know, you got all these other options. But then again, if you're not big into chocolate, it is important that you know that this is an option right here. Pink donut. I remember it was okay. I mean, the thing about this is, and I hate to say this, but if I want a donut, I've got Doughnut's down here at the Outer Banks. that does the same thing. So, you know, I usually go there anyways. But it's really an interesting concept to kind of explore doing like imitations of other things like donuts. So while I do enjoy it, I do understand why people were like, I'll just get the other cookies, you know? And you got these other options, and most of y'all do get just the 4-pack. But if there's anything you want to, if there's any week you want to get a big pack to freeze, it's the cookie dough and the s'mores. But s'mores will probably be back a lot sooner than cookie dough. That's just how it is. S'mores comes back a lot. I do want to see them do s'mores brownie, which always kind of irritates me, and not to ramble on too much, but it always kind of irritates me when I see the lineup, because I haven't had s'mores brownie. It's been a while since I've done it. But I see the lineup, and I see they got s'mores, and I see they got a brownie cookie, and I see, wow, they could have done s'mores brownie, but they did s'mores and brownie. So it kind of just upsets me a little bit, because I know that could have been one cookie, and then you could have had a whole nother fruit cookie or a pie cookie, something other than that. But that's just my input. So anyways, we're gonna finish it off with this. Yeah, again, I don't remember what I gave this last time. And I definitely prefer old-fashioned donut because that's got like a cakey flavor to it. This is a little weaker. It's kind of just like a fluffy sugar cookie. But the pink icing's pretty good. But what would make it better? If it was strawberry. I hands down agree with everybody. If it was strawberry, it'd be a lot better. For me, I don't hate it. I don't really enjoy it. It's just a little bland. Usually with a cookie like that, I would give it a 5. I think its concept's really cool, and I think it's something you can work with. And if you did strawberry icing, it would probably get like a 7 out of 10 for me. But it's one of those cookies that just doesn't have a high ceiling, but isn't going to make you die. You know, I've never understood when people give rankings under a 5 for a lot of times. I mean, there are times where I understand if you give it a 4 or lower, that makes perfect sense. It's cool. But the reason, and I'm just touching back on anyone that's ever questioned why I'm consistently pretty high. The reason that I don't really ever go below a 5 is because once we hit that level of underneath 5, it's got to be turning me off. It's got to be like, it just doesn't taste good, and I'm telling you, you probably shouldn't get it, or you absolutely shouldn't get it. I don't really ever feel like telling you that for Crumbl cookies, because most of the time, they do a good job of making it at least, you know, satisfactory, but most of the time, they're fabulous. So it just depends, but you know, I've had maybe a couple cookies. Like, remember when they did the fruity cereal sandwich cookie? That was awful. Whatever that cream in the middle was, that was awful. And I told y'all that was awful. So I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I don't usually go under 5, and the reason for that, again, is because it's really hard to dive under that. To have a cookie that's so bad, or a product that's so bad, anyone. To have a product that's so bad. If you want to watch me really diss something that was terrible, go watch my review on Church's Chicken's banana pudding. You won't regret that. I was definitely in a whole different world that day. But anyways, good week. You know, a lot of people are excited about this week. I think it's very good. If you're a chocolate lover, you're really going to enjoy this. You know, the cookie dough one's not too chocolatey. I think it focuses more on that brown sugar base rather than chocolate chips, even though it does have that. So there's only 2, and even the s'mores isn't too chocolatey. I think it's just, I felt like there was, you know, 3 out of the 5 rotational cookies, plus you got chocolate chip. I just felt like it might have been a little bit of overloaded chocolate, but I think they did a good job of making 2 of these cookies more balanced. Rather than a chocolate heavy cookie. But for chocolate lovers, you got walnut brownie. You got some really good cookies and s'mores and cookie dough. Lemon, could have been stronger lemon, but it's pretty good. And pink donut, it's just all right. So anyways, that is my review. I'm sticking to it, and I will see y'all around.